It started like any other evening. The sun was falling behind the hills, casting that soft golden light across the highway. And once again he was there, that same golden retriever, sitting on the shoulder of the road, not moving, just watching the cars pass, his eyes scanning every single one like he was searching for someone who left him. People had noticed him before. Some slowed down. Most didn't. A few posted on Facebook about a ghost dog near exit 14, but no one ever stopped until the Johnson family's car overheated, steam hissing from under the hood. "Great," Lily's dad muttered as he pulled over. "Of all the places?" Her mom sighed. "Call roadside." Lily, just 7 years old, sat in the back seat, her forehead pressed against the window. "That's when she saw him, Mom," she whispered. "There's a dog." "Where, honey?" "Right there," she pointed. "He's just sitting. Not moving." Her mom looked over. "Probably a stray." "Stay in the car." But Lily couldn't, something in the way he sat so still. So alone it pulled at her chest. She cracked open the door. "Lily," her dad called. "Stay put," but she didn't listen. She stepped out onto the gravel, slowly, carefully, her sneakers crunching the tiny stones beneath her. The dog didn't move. He didn't run, didn't bark, just stared at her with deep, hollow eyes. He looked dirty, his fur tangled and dull. But his eyes weren't wild. They were tired. Like they'd seen too much. "Hi," Lily whispered, taking a slow step forward. "It's okay, I'm not gonna hurt you." The retriever's ears twitched, but still, he didn't move. She took another step. Then another. "I'm Lily," she said gently, stopping a few feet away. "Are you lost?" The dog tilted his head just slightly. He didn't seem scared, just unsure. From behind, her mom called out, "Sweetie, come back." "It's not safe." But Lily didn't move. She knelt down, stretching out her little hand. The retriever stood up, but didn't come closer. His legs trembled a bit. His tail didn't wag, he just stared. "I won't hurt you," she said again. "I promise." He took a small step forward. Was it? One shaky step. Then he sat down again, but Lily smiled. "See, we're friends now." Behind them, her dad slammed the hood shut. "We got a tow coming? 30 minutes. Lily turned her head. "Can we bring him with us?" Her mom looked uneasy. "He might belong to someone. He's been waiting," Lily said softly. But no one's come. The retriever was still, watching her. Still not close enough to touch, but closer than before. Her dad walked over slowly. "He's skittish, poor thing. Looks like he's been out here a while." Then Lily did something small, but something huge. She sat all the way down on the gravel, cross-legged, waiting. The retriever looked confused. Then he inched forward, one paw, then another. Lily didn't move. He was maybe 2 feet away now. Her voice was soft. "You can sit next to me if you want." And he did, just like that. The golden retriever sat beside her, not touching, but not running either. Lily smiled so big it hurt. "I think he trusts me." Her dad knelt beside her. "Let's see if he'll come in the car. It's safer than the road." When Lily stood up, the dog stood too. Still unsure, but following her, the back door opened and Lily climbed in. She held out her hand again. "Come on, boy." For a long moment, the dog stood frozen. Then slowly he jumped in, sat beside her, didn't bark, didn't whine, just rested. His head on her lap like he'd been waiting for that his whole life. Her mom turned, eyes wide. "Oh my God, He's actually in the car." Lily stroked his head. "He's tired," her dad nodded. "We'll take him to the shelter." "Get him scanned." "No," Lily said quickly. "Not yet, please." He looked at her through the rearview mirror, then looked at the dog, now curled up like a child. "All right," he said. "Just for the night," Lily whispered. "What should we name him?" The retriever didn't respond, but she was already thinking, "Maybe Honey." Her mom laughed. "Isn't that a girl's name?" "He looks like honey," Lily said. "Serious, but maybe inside he's soft like it too." As the tow truck pulled up behind them and the sun dipped below the hills, the golden retriever closed his eyes for the first time in days. That night, something inside him shifted. He wasn't on the highway anymore. He was home. Maybe not forever, but for tonight, He was finally safe. That night, the golden retriever didn't sleep alone. Lily had insisted Honey stay in her room. Her parents weren't thrilled, but the way the dog looked at their daughter like she was the only light left in a dark world. They couldn't say no. Honey lay curled on a pile of old blankets beside Lily's bed. She didn't bark. Didn't move much. Just kept her head down, like she was waiting for something bad to happen. Lily watched her from the mattress above. You're safe now, okay? I promise. Honey's tail gave a single, slow thump. Lily smiled. The next morning, Lily woke up to find Honey sitting perfectly still at the door, staring at it like she was expecting someone to walk in. Hey, come. Here, girl, Lily called softly. Honey turned, then slowly patted over. She rested her head on the side of the bed, eyes heavy. You can come up. If you want, Lily offered, scooting over, but Honey didn't move. She just stayed there, silent. Downstairs, her mom and dad were already talking. We should take her to the vet, get her checked out, her dad said. Her mom nodded. And the shelter. See if anyone's reported a missing dog. She's not missing, Lily interrupted, appearing in the kitchen with Honey close behind. She's abandoned. Her mom raised an eyebrow. Sweetie, you don't know that. Lily sat on the floor and wrapped her arms around Honey's neck. She waited on that road for days. She wasn't lost. She was left. Her dad crouched beside her. We'll just make sure she's okay medically. Then we'll decide. At the vet, the receptionist smiled as Honey walked in quietly beside Lily. She's beautiful, she said. Golden retriever, right? Yeah, Lily answered. We named her Honey. The vet scanned for a microchip. Nothing. No ID. No collar except for that old strip of leather, he said. She's thin, but not starving. Probably scavenged enough to survive. Some bruising along the ribs, and a few old scars on the back legs. Lily's heart sank. What do you mean, scars? The vet looked at her parents. Old wounds. Could have come from anything, neglect, or worse. Her dad frowned. You mean one hurt her? The vet didn't answer directly. Let's just say this dog's seen some bad days? Back home, Honey didn't eat unless Lily sat right beside her. When her dad filled the bowl, she backed away. But when Lily scooped a handful and gently laid it in the bowl, Honey took a bite. See? Lily said. She trusts me. That evening, Lily asked to keep her. Her mom hesitated. We don't know where she came from, baby. Lily didn't blink. We know where she ended up. With us? Her dad sat down. Okay, let's give it some time. We'll keep looking to see if someone's searching for her, but for now, she stays. Lily jumped up and hugged them both. Thank you. Honey wagged her tail slowly just once. Later that night, Lily sat with Honey in her room. I know you're scared, she whispered, but you're not alone now. I'm right here. Honey looked up at her. For the first time, she nudged her nose into Lily's hand, and in that single, quiet moment, something unspoken passed between them, not just trust. Not just gratitude, a promise. Honey wasn't just a stray anymore. She was Lily's dot at first. It was just a sound, Lily's mom heard it one night around 2 a.m. a faint scratch, scratch, scratch at the front door. She sat up in bed, listening. Her husband was snoring softly beside her. She slipped out from under the covers and crept to the living room. The hallway was silent. The clock ticked. Outside, crickets sang, but there it was again. Scratch, ... scratch, ... Scratch, ... She flipped the porch light on and pulled the door open, ... No one, ... just the empty night. And the wind brushing the trees. She shivered. Locked the door again. When she turned around, Honey was sitting in the hallway, frozen. Her ears were pulled back tight, her body low, tail tucked. You okay, girl? She whispered. Honey didn't move. Just stared at the door. The next morning, Lily's mom told her what happened. It was probably just the wind, she said, trying to sound calm, but Honey was acting ... strange. She gets scared at night, Lily said. I sleep with her now. Do you hear anything when you're in your room? Lily shook her head. No, she stays under my bed mostly. That night, Lily decided to stay awake. She brought her flashlight, her sketchbook, and some crackers. Honey curled up beside her, head on her foot like always. Midnight passed, then one a m then dash scratch ... Lily froze. It was faint, but real. She turned. off her flashlight and held her breath. Scratch, scratch, Honey sat up instantly. Her ears were stiff, eyes locked on the bedroom door. She let out a low, soft whimper. Lily slowly got off the bed and tiptoed down the hallway. Honey right behind her. The scratching stopped. She peeked out the window. Nothing. No wind. No rain. No animals. Just the porch light flickering. Then she saw something, a figure. Just for a second, moving past the edge of the fence, disappearing into the woods. "Mom!" she yelled. There was someone out there. Her parents ran out of the bedroom. Her dad grabbed the flashlight and ran outside. "Stay inside," he shouted. He came back 15 minutes later, breathing heavy. "Nothing," he said. "Just some tracks in the dirt? Boot prints?" Lily asked. "Could have been anyone," he said. But his eyes were unsettled. That night, Honey didn't sleep at all. She sat at the foot of Lily's bed, staring at the door. Her body didn't relax, not once. It was the first time. Lily felt something worse than fear. It was the feeling that someone out there knew exactly where Honey had gone and they might want her back. The next day, Lily couldn't stop thinking about the figure near the woods. Her dad called the local sheriff and reported the scratches and the tracks. "Probably a drifter," the deputy said. "We'll send someone to check around." But his voice didn't sound urgent. Lily didn't believe it was random. Honey knew. Her fear wasn't normal that afternoon. Lily's dad decided to give Honey a proper bath. "She still smells like the road," he said, filling the tub with warm water. Honey hated it, but she didn't fight. She just stood there while the dirt swirled off her fur. As her dad scrubbed it gently near her neck, his hand caught something. "Hold on," he muttered. "What's this?" He peeled back the matted fur near the edge of her old, cracked collar. Something small and hard was wedged beneath it. With a little tug, it popped free. A bent, rusted metal tag. "Lily, get me a towel." Lily rushed over, her heart pounding. Her dad dried the tag and held it up to the light. The metal was warped, scratched, but something was etched into it. He squinted. "Looks like Milo plus Daisy Kennels." "Can I see?" Lily asked. She took the tag and rubbed her thumb over the letters. It wasn't just a name, it was a clue. "Milo and Daisy," she said. "That sounds like dogs." Her dad nodded. "Probably a breeding kennel. Could be where she came from." Lily ran upstairs and opened her laptop. She searched the name. Nothing came up. Not at first, but then, after clicking a few forums and lost dog pages, she found an article from last year. "Illegal dog breeding operation shut down, owner missing." Her eyes widened. The photo showed a burned-down barn. The article described a place, too. Towns away, where dozens of dogs had been found in cages. Overbred, underfed, some had bite wounds. The owner had vanished before police arrived. She ran downstairs. "Dad, look!" Her parents read the article, eyes growing dark. "You think she came from there?" Her mom whispered. "Her scars, the tag, how scared she gets." "It makes sense," her dad replied. Lily stared at Honey, who now sat quietly in the corner, licking her paw. "She wasn't just abandoned," Lily said. "She escaped." For the first time, her mom looked truly afraid. "If someone's looking for her, if that man is still out there, then he knows she's not gone," Lily said. "He wants her back." Her dad clenched his jaw. "We're not letting that happen." Honey lifted her head, ears twitching. She walked slowly over to Lily and laid her head in her lap. Lily stroked her gently. "I don't care what they did to you. You're safe now. I promise." And Honey closed her eyes as if trying to believe it. 2 days later, Lily saw him. She was walking home from school with her backpack bouncing on her shoulders, Honey trotting beside her on a leash. The day was bright, birds chirping, the world feeling mostly normal until they turned the corner. A rusted red pickup truck sat at the far end of the block, half hidden behind a row of trees. The windows were tinted, the engine off. Honey stopped cold, her body stiffened, fur rising along her back. She growled low, a sound Lily had never heard from her. "What's wrong, girl?" Lily whispered. Honey didn't blink. Her eyes were locked on the truck. Then, slowly, the engine rumbled to life. Lily felt her heart pound. The truck didn't move for a few seconds. Just sat there, vibrating, the driver unseen. Then it turned and rolled away down the side street. That night, Lily told her parents. Her dad stood up fast. What do you mean, a red truck? It was watching us, she said. Honey knew. She was scared. Her mom's face went pale. You're sure it was the same man? I didn't see his face, Lily admitted. But I saw the way, honey. Reacted, she remembered. Her dad called the sheriff again. A red truck's a start, the deputy said. We'll check cameras around your block. Keep your doors locked. But that didn't help Lily sleep. She left her light on and kept Honey beside her all night. Around midnight, Honey stood up suddenly and moved to the window. She didn't bark. She didn't whimper. She just stood there, watching. Lily got up and peeked beside her. Down the street. The same truck idled beneath a street lamp. Not moving, just waiting, and then slowly it drove away. No one said it out loud the next day, but they all knew whoever that man was. He wasn't finished, and he wanted Honey back. Now, Honey had been living with them for nearly 2 weeks, and not once had she barked. Not at the mailman, not at the vacuum, not even when the neighbor's cat hissed through the window. She's the quietest dog I've ever seen, Lily's dad said one evening. It's like she's afraid to make noise. She's still healing, Lily replied, stroking Honey's soft golden ears. She doesn't know she's allowed to be a dog yet. But everything changed that night. It was nearly 2 a.m. when Lily awoke to the sound of her window creaking. Her room was on the ground floor. She always left the window cracked slightly for fresh air. But now, the curtain was swaying, and the breeze didn't feel right. It felt intentional. Honey was already standing. Her body was tense. Then it came, a low growl Lily had never heard it before. It started in Honey's chest, deep and full of warning, then, rough? A sharp, powerful bark erupted from Honey's throat. Not once, but 3 times in a row. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Lily jumped up. Honey? What is it? But Honey didn't take her eyes off the window, outside. Something shifted, fast. Then footsteps. Running away. Lily ran to the window and looked out just in time to see a shadow dart between trees. Too fast to catch a clear view. But someone had definitely been there. Her parents burst into the room moments later, her dad holding a baseball bat. What happened? Someone was outside my window, Lily said, panicked. Honey barked. She scared them off. Her dad stormed out the front door, but there was nothing. Just disturbed gravel, a broken twig, and silence. That morning, they found tire tracks again, fresh and clear beneath the tree line behind their backyard. It's him, her mom said quietly. He's watching, waiting. Lily hugged Honey tightly. You protected me, girl. You're not scared anymore. Honey didn't wag her tail, but her eyes looked different, focused, alert, alive. She had barked for the first time, not because she was afraid, but because she wasn't going to let fear win any more. It rained the next daylight, steady and cold. Lily sat by the window, with Honey curled at her feet, watching droplets race down the glass. It felt like the world had slowed down for a moment, until her dad called from the backyard. Lily, come here, now. She rushed outside with Honey trailing close behind. Her dad was standing near the back fence, staring down, muddy ground. Fresh prints, not paw prints, boot prints. Lily's eyes widened. Someone was here recently, he said. Rain's still inside the treads. Can't be more than a few hours old. Her mom joined them, holding her phone. She took pictures silently. This is getting worse, she whispered. First the scratching, then the truck. Now this? Honey moved closer to the prints and growled softly. Her hackles rose. It's the same man, Lily whispered. He keeps coming back. That night they installed motion lights and set up their old baby monitor on the back porch. No one slept much. Lily left her door open, and Honey stayed by her side like a soldier. Every creak in the house made them jump, but the night passed without noise. The next morning, the monitor showed nothing, just silence, until Lily's mom noticed something new. Deep claw marks on the outside of the fence, 3 of them, long, low, to the ground. Not made by a dog, made by something metal. Dragged. Her dad's face hardened. He's not just watching, he's testing us. Why would he come back for her? Lily asked, voice cracking. What does he want? Her mom answered quietly. Control, power. People like that don't let go. Especially not of what they used to own. Lily knelt and wrapped her arms around Honey. She's not his anymore. And Honey, still and quiet, pressed her head into Lily's chest like she understood every word. It was a quiet night. Too quiet. Lily had fallen asleep earlier than usual, curled beside Honey, one arm draped over her golden fur. Her dad had double-checked. The doors, the motion lights were working. Everything seemed safe, but when Lily woke up just after dawn, something was wrong. Honey wasn't there. The space next to her was cold. The blankets undisturbed. Honey? Lily whispered, sitting up. Girl? No tags jingling, no tail thumping against the floor. Silence. She jumped out of bed and looked under the bed, behind the door. In the corner, nothing. Her chest tightened. She ran into the hallway. Mom! Dad! She's gone. They were already up. Her dad was at the front door, wide open, just barely, hanging on the latch. Did you leave this open? He asked her mom. No, I locked it last night. Lily's eyes filled with tears. She wouldn't run. She never leaves me. Her dad pulled up the front camera feed. His hands were shaking. They watched the grainy footage together. It was 3:17 a.m. A shadow approached the porch slow. Steady. A man in a jacket, a baseball cap. He bent low, coaxing. Honey appeared. She stood in the doorway, body tense. Then the man crouched and held something out, a leash. A treat? It wasn't clear. And Honey hesitated. She looked back into the house. She didn't bark. Didn't growl. Just took one slow step forward. Then another, and disappeared into the night. Lily screamed. No, why didn't she bark? Her mom held her tight. She didn't want to wake you. She thought she was protecting me, Lily sobbed. Her dad stormed outside, scanning the street. Nothing. Just tire marks near the end of the driveway, fresh. They called the sheriff again. This time they sent a detective. He watched the footage, rewound it over and over. No clear face. He said, but the way he moves. Knew her. He knew how to get her. So what do we do? Lily's dad asked. We'll send out a notice to local shelters and clinics. If he tries to sell her or dump her, we'll know. Lily shook her head. He won't. He wants to keep her. He thinks she's still his. Her hands were clenched into fists. Her voice trembled. I'm not letting him take her back. Her parents looked at each other, then at her, and that's when Lily made a decision, not just to hope Honey would come back, but to bring her home. No matter what it took. Lily couldn't sit still. She spent the whole next day reading that article again, the one about the illegal kennel. Every detail felt heavier now, the cages, the scars, the owner that vanished before the raid. She came from that place, Lily whispered. He's the one who took her back. Her parents begged her to stay out of it. The police are handling it, her dad said. You're just a kid, Lily. But she wasn't just a kid. She was the only one Honey trusted. And Honey was gone. So she called her cousin Jake. He was 16, had a bike, and wasn't afraid of anything. You serious? He asked over the phone. You want to go to that place? It's the only lead we've got. Jake sighed. You better tell me what to bring. By the time the sun began to set, Jake rolled up with 2 flashlights, a bag of snacks, and a phone charger. Lily's mom was distracted. On another call with the sheriff, they slipped out through the side yard. Jake pedaled fast. Lily clung to his back. The road was long and cracked, winding through fields and scattered trees. It took nearly 40 minutes to reach it. The place looked even worse than the photos. Burned roof, broken gate, a wind-battered sign that barely clung to one post. Milo plus Daisy Kennels. Lily's stomach turned. They stepped through the gate. The yard was overgrown, grass tall enough to hide anything. The air smelled of rust and mold. Creepy, Jake muttered. You sure this is safe? No, Lily said. But it's where she was made to suffer. They found the barn-charred beams. Caved-in roof. Nothing but ash and silence. Jake started to turn back. And then Lily froze. There, just outside a collapsed shed, was a single golden hair stuck to the wooden doorframe. She ran forward. Below it, in the mud, was a paw print. Fresh, slightly smeared. But definitely there. Jake, she whispered, heart pounding. She was here. Jake bent down. That's today's rainwater. This print is new. They followed it around back. Behind the shed was a rusted vent cover, half loose, leading to an old storm shelter door. Lily tried the handle. It was locked. Jake pulled a crowbar from his bag. Stand back. 3 strong yanks, and the metal creaked open. What hit them first wasn't a smell. It was the silence. Cold, stale, unnatural silence. They climbed down carefully. Flashlights scanning the darkness. The basement was dry, but wrong, lined with wire cages, broken leashes, scratch marks on the walls. And in the far corner, barely lit by Lily's flashlight, was a golden figure, curled up, still, breathing. Honey. Lily gasped. The retriever lifted her head slowly. Her eyes were wide, but not surprised. She knew Lily would come. She always did. Lily didn't wait. She ran straight across the dusty floor, cages rattling as she passed, her flashlight bouncing wildly in her shaking hand. Honey! She cried. The retriever struggled to sit up. Her body looked thinner, her fur matted again, but her tail thumped once. Twice against the cold concrete. She was alive. Lily dropped to her knees and wrapped her arms around her. I got you, girl. Honey whimpered softly, resting her head against Lily's chest. Her ribs showed through her fur. Her front paw was scraped raw like she'd tried to claw her way out. Jake knelt beside them. We gotta go. Now. He pulled out a water bottle and gently poured some into his hand. Honey licked it weakly. Can you walk? Lily whispered. Honey pushed herself up. Her legs wobbled, but she stood. That's my girl, Lily said. Voice cracking, they turned to leave, then froze. A sound, footsteps above. Jake grabbed the flashlight and scanned the ceiling. Dust drifted down. Someone was walking through. The barn. He's here, Jake whispered. He led the way back toward the storm shelter door. They moved fast but quiet. Honey limping between them. Suddenly, metal scraped above them. The door. It slammed shut. Lily gasped. He locked it. They were trapped. Jake yanked the handle. It didn't budge. They heard it then. A voice. Didn't. Think you come back for her? The man said from above. His voice was calm. Too calm. She's mine, you know? Stupid dog always ran. Lily's whole body shook. She's not yours, the man chuckled. You think love fixes em? That mutt's broken, always was. She's more whole than you'll ever be. Lily spat. Silence. Then the sound of footsteps. Fading. Is he leaving? Jake whispered. No, Lily said, eyes blazing. He thinks we'll give up. Jake looked around. There has to be another way out. They scanned the room. Dusty walls, old crates, cobwebs. Then Lily spotted it. An old wooden chute in the corner, half covered by a broken cage. Over there. She pointed. Jake kicked the cage aside. The chute led upward, angled and narrow, but open. It's tight, but we'll fit. Honey looked up at it, then back at Lily. You can do this, Lily said gently. I'll be right behind you. Jake climbed first, flashlight in his teeth. Lily lifted Honey's front paws into the chute, helping her inch upward. Her legs slipped once, but Jake reached back and grabbed her collar, guiding her. Finally, they reached the top. They burst through a rotted floorboard into the collapsed shed. Air, wind, sky, they were out, but the red truck was still parked outside. Run, Jake said. Don't stop. They dashed for the trees behind the lot. Honey limped, but she didn't fall. The door of the truck flew open behind them. Hey! The man shouted, but they were already in the woods. Branches slashed at Lily's arms, thorns bit at her legs. Still, they ran. They didn't stop until they reached the road. Gasping for breath. Jake flagged down a passing car. A woman pulled over, confused until she saw Honey, covered in cuts and mud. Get in, she said. Now, Lily hugged Honey the whole ride home. And this time, she didn't cry, because Honey wasn't lost anymore. She was found, the drive back. Home was a blur. The woman who picked them up, Ms. Turner, a school librarian, kept glancing in the rearview mirror, her voice shaky. You kids are lucky, she said. You could have gotten hurt out there. Lily clutched Honey's muddy body close, trembling but silent. Jake was on the phone with their parents, trying to explain everything in one breath. By the time they reached Lily Street, dark clouds had rolled in overhead. Thunder rumbled. Rain began to fall. They rushed inside. Lily's mom nearly collapsed with relief when she saw her daughter at the door, soaked but alive. "Oh my God, Lily!" she cried, hugging her tight. "Where were you? What did you do?" But then she saw Honey, thin, bruised, bleeding slightly from her paw, and she understood. Lily's dad didn't yell. He just knelt beside Honey, pressing his hand gently to her. Sighed. "She made it back," he whispered. "You brought her home." They wrapped Honey in a towel and called the vet immediately. The rain poured harder now, drumming against the windows like angry fists. But inside there was light, warmth, and a dog who had been stolen and stolen back. As they waited for the vet to arrive, headlights flashed outside. Then tires screeched. Jake looked out the window. "It's him." The red pickup truck had returned. It swerved into their driveway and stopped. A figure jumped out. "No," Lily's dad said. "Not again." He grabbed the bat he kept near the front door and stormed out. Lily watched through the curtain, heart pounding. The man stood at the edge of the driveway, wet, hood pulled low, but clearly furious. "She's my dog," he shouted. "You don't know anything about her. She was abused," her dad growled. "She's not going anywhere with you." The man stepped forward. "You think you can steal what's mine and hide behind the rain?" Then a second set of flashing lights lit up the street. Red and blue sirens. A patrol car skidded in behind the truck. The man froze. Two officers jumped out. "Hands where we can see them." The man raised his arms. He didn't run. He just sneered. "She's broken anyway," he muttered. But inside the house, Honey raised her head. She wasn't broken, not anymore. She was finally free after the man was arrested. Everything moved fast. Police asked questions. A detective came to the house. They took statements from Lily, Jake, her parents, even Miss Turner, the woman who picked them up. But Lily couldn't stop thinking about one thing. How many other dogs were still out there? Honey was safe now, yes, but that kennel had once held dozens. And if that man had Honey for this long, what if he had others? The next morning, Lily convinced her parents to take her to the local animal shelter. "It might be a long shot," she said, holding Honey close in the back seat. "But they might have old reports dogs found near that kennel. Dogs that never got claimed." The shelter receptionist smiled gently when she saw Honey. "I remember her," she said. One like her. We got several golden retrievers from that raid last year, all scared, all quiet. Only a few were adoptable. Do you still have records?" Lily asked. The woman nodded. "Come with me." She led them into a back office filled with boxes of paper files and yellowed folders. "These are copies of every intake report from the last 18 months, she said. "You're welcome to look." Lily and her mom spent hours flipping through them, dog after dog, case after case. Some were adopted. Some weren't so lucky. Then Lily found it. Case number 472, no name. Golden retriever, female, approx. 3 years. Found with damaged collar near kennel site. Extremely timid, rescued during police raid. Escaped 2 days later before full evaluation. "Mom?" Lily whispered. "It's her." The tag number matched the description, the timeline. Honey had escaped from the shelter, not just the kennel. She had run for miles, found the highway. Waited for weeks. She didn't trust anyone, Lily murmured. "Until me." Her mom squeezed her hand. That night, they added something to Honey's collar, a new tag, engraved with "Honey, loved, found, HOME," and when Lily showed it to her, Honey licked her hand and rested her head in her lap. Not broken, not afraid, just home. 2 weeks later, they were summoned to court. The man whose name turned out to be Randall Vicks is facing multiple charges: animal cruelty, unlawful confinement, trespassing, and attempted theft. The sheriff called Lily's parents and asked if Lily would be willing to testify. "She's the one he stole from," the officer said. "And more importantly, the only one the dog trusted." Lily was nervous. She'd never been inside a courtroom, let alone one filled with adults in suits and uniforms, but she said yes, because this wasn't just about Honey. It was about every dog that man had ever hurt, every cage, every scar. The courtroom smelled like old paper and floor wax. Lily sat beside her dad on the bench, holding Honey's leash tightly. Honey lay quietly at her feet, calm, as if she knew justice was finally in the air. When it was her turn to speak, Lily walked to the stand slowly, her heart thudding in her ears. The judge was kind, an older woman with silver glasses. "Can you tell us what happened the night Honey disappeared?" she asked softly. Lily took a breath. "She didn't disappear," she said. "She was taken. She never barked, never made noise until the night before, when someone was outside my window." She told them about the rusted truck, the footprints by the fence, the locked storm cellar. Then she reached into her jacket pocket and pulled out Honey's old tag. "This was under her collar," she said, holding it up. "It matched the kennel they shut down, the one he ran." Randall shifted uncomfortably in his seat. "She didn't just escape a building," Lily said, her voice trembling. "She escaped him. But he came back. He wanted to own her again." The courtroom was silent. "She's not his," Lily finished, her eyes filled with tears. "She's mine. She's someone now." She sat back down. Her dad put an arm around her shoulder. Honey looked up at her, tail wagging once like she knew. The prosecutor showed the footage. The night Honey was taken. The scratch marks. The fear. Then the red truck. Randall didn't speak once, but his silence didn't save him. The judge cleared her throat. "The evidence is overwhelming. You harmed animals, you threatened a family, and you showed no remorse. You will be sentenced to 5 years with additional conditions after release. You are permanently banned from animal ownership." Lily's breath caught. 5 years. It wasn't forever, but it was something. Randall was led away in cuffs, and for the first time since it all began, Lily felt her shoulders drop. It was over. Honey was safe. For real, this time. And when they walked out of that courthouse into the sunlight, Honey raised her head high, like she knew she'd finally been seen. Not as a victim, but as someone who mattered. 3 days after the court ruling, Lily came home from school to find a news van parked in front of their house. "What's going on?" she asked, stepping inside. Her mom smiled nervously. "Channel 7 called. They heard about the trial." "About you and Honey," Lily blinked. "How?" "The court footage got shared online." "Someone clipped your testimony?" "It's going viral." Lily peeked out the window. The van sat light. Dish spun slowly, and a woman with a microphone stood on the sidewalk, petting Honey while a cameraman set up. "They want to do a story," her mom said gently. "They want people to hear what you did." At first, Lily wasn't sure. She hadn't done it for attention. But then she looked at Honey resting her head on the reporter's lap, tail thumping lightly, and something clicked. Maybe this was more than just their story. Maybe it could help others. 2. So Lily sat on the porch and told the whole thing. Again, from the highway, to the scratches at the door, to the moment she saw Honey behind that broken cage. "She didn't bark for weeks," Lily said, voice steady. "She was scared to make noise. But the night someone came to take her, she barked to protect me." The reporter's eyes welled up. "She saved you, didn't she?" "No," Lily said. "We saved each other." The story aired that evening at 6 p.m., and by midnight, it had been shared over 200,000 times online. People from all over the country were commenting. "I cried watching this. This girl is a hero. Dogs never forget kindness." Shelters called, asking if Lily would visit. Maybe even speak at schools. She said yes to everything, because Honey wasn't just a rescue anymore. She was a symbol, a survivor. And Lily, she wasn't just a girl who loved a dog. She was a voice for all the ones who couldn't speak. Not yet. By the end of the week, their mailbox was overflowing. Not with bills or junk mail, but with letters, handwritten, colored, folded in hearts. And paw prints, from kids, from soldiers, from old ladies who had lost their dogs years ago, from shelters, from strangers. Every envelope had one name written on it. Honey. Lily brought the first bundle inside and opened them with shaking hands. The first letter was from a little boy in Ohio. Dear honey, you are the bravest dog ever, I cried when I saw you on TV. My dog Max was rescued too. I hope you get a million hugs today. Another letter was from a woman in her 80s. When I was a little girl, I had a retriever named Maple. She looked just like you. Watching you reminded me that healing never ends, but love helps us start. Lily read each letter aloud to Honey, who sat patiently, as if she knew they were written just for her. Jake came over and helped sort the piles. Some letters had treats inside, some had little bracelets, with paw charms. One shelter sent a framed drawing of Honey's photo from the news. Underneath it read, "Not broken, just brave." Lily's mom cried when she saw that one. They started a wall in the hallway, Honey's wall of love. Every letter got pinned. Every photo hung with care. And somehow, Honey seemed to change more every day. She wagged her tail more. She barked when the mailman came. She started sleeping on Lily's bed instead of under it. And one day, when Lily dropped her cereal bowl by accident, Honey jumped at the sound and then didn't run away. She just blinked, sat down, looked around, and stayed. The past was still part of her, but it no longer owned her. Every time Lily added another letter to the wall, she smiled because Honey wasn't just surviving anymore. She was thriving, and the world was cheering her on. It started with a single email. Lily's principal had watched the news story, then the viral clip of her courtroom testimony. He pulled Lily aside after class and smiled gently. "We're hosting a kindness assembly next week," he said. "And I think the school needs to hear your story." Lily blinked. "You mean talk in front of everyone?" He nodded. "Not just talk, show them, you and Honey." The thought made Lily nervous. Speaking in front of her class was one thing, but the whole school? Then she looked at Honey, sitting patiently beside her backpack, leash wrapped gently around her wrist, and she nodded. "Okay." That week flew by. Lily wrote her speech in her notebook, crossing out lines and rewriting others. She kept it simple, just like their story, no fancy words. Just the truth. The day of the assembly, the gym was packed. Over 300 students sat cross-legged on the floor. Teachers lined the walls, then the lights dimmed. The principal stepped up to the mic. "Today, we're going to talk about bravery, kindness, and second chances. And no one represents that better than one of our very own students, and her best friend." Lily stepped forward slowly, her hands shaking slightly. Honey walked beside her, head held high, tail wagging gently. And the room went silent. Lily took a deep breath. "Hi, I'm Lily, and this is Honey." A few kids clapped. Honey tilted her head and blinked. "She was left on the side of the highway," Lily said. "I don't know how long she waited, but I found her, and she chose to trust me." She told them everything, the barking, the scratches, the man, the rescue. Some kids covered their mouths. Some teared up. "She didn't bark for weeks," Lily said. "She didn't even sleep like a normal dog, but now?" She turned to Honey. "Now she chases birds. She barks at squirrels. She even snores." The room laughed. She was hurt, but she got better, not because I fixed her, but because she felt safe. She paused, then smiled. "Everyone deserves to feel safe. Dogs, kids, people. That's all it takes. Kindness, patience, and love." She looked down at Honey, who looked right back up at her. "And sometimes, if you're really lucky, a dog might save you too." The crowd burst into applause. Some stood, some cheered. One boy yelled, "We love you, Honey." Honey barked once. Proudly, Lily grinned. And in that moment, under the gym lights, surrounded by clapping hands and warm hearts, Honey wasn't a rescued dog anymore. She was a hero. Spring arrived like a breath of hope. The snow melted. Flowers bloomed. And in a quiet corner of town, something incredible happened because of Honey. The local shelter director, who had seen Lily's speech online, reached out with an idea. "You inspired something," she said. "People are donating, volunteering, asking how to help, and we want to build something special in Honey's honor." Lily was stunned. "Like what?" "A recovery space for dogs like her. Ones who've been through trauma. Not cages, not kennels, just comfort, safety, love." Lily's heart raced. They toured the empty building that week wide. Sunny lot with fenced fields, soft beds, and cozy rooms instead of cold metal crates. It wasn't a shelter. It was a sanctuary, and they gave it a name Lily would never forget, Honey's Haven. The mayor cut the ribbon on opening day. Honey wore a little flower crown and sat beside Lily as crowds clapped and cheered. Inside, the walls were painted bright yellow. Each room had a name: Hope Room, Courage Corner, Healing Hall, and at the very front by the welcome sign was a framed photo of Honey. Below it, the words, "She waited on a highway. Now, no dog will ever have to wait alone again." Lily stood quietly, tears in her eyes. She bent down and whispered into Honey's ear, "You changed the world, girl." Honey licked her cheek, soft and warm. That night, they went home to their little house where it all started. And as Lily curled up with Honey beneath the covers, she smiled. The road had been long, but they'd made it. Together. A year later, on the exact day Lily first met Honey on that rainy highway, the town held a small celebration at Honey's Haven. There were balloons, cupcakes, children painting doghouses, volunteers handing out little gold tags with the word "loved" etched in tiny letters. But Lily didn't want a microphone or a crowd that day. She only wanted one thing: to go back to that stretch of highway where it all began. So her parents drove her and Honey there that afternoon. Just the three of them. No fanfare. They stood by the old guardrail where the gravel met the trees. The road hummed with cars rushing by, unaware that something sacred had once happened here. Lily took a deep breath. The wind danced through her hair. "This is where I saw you," she said softly, kneeling beside Honey. "You wouldn't move. You were waiting for something." Honey sat down beside her and looked out across the road like she remembered too. "I almost didn't stop," Lily whispered. "But something told me, reach out your hand." She did it again now, just like back then, held her hand out. In front of her, palm open, Honey placed her paw in it, and just like that, they were back in that moment. A girl. A dog. A decision. To trust. To love. To stay. The sky was starting to blush with sunset now. Painting the clouds gold and pink, Lily stood and looked down at Honey. "You're not a stray anymore," she said. "You're family, and I'll keep reaching out my hand. Every day for as long as you need." Honey wagged her tail, then leaned in to nuzzle Lily's side. As they walked back to the car, Lily glanced back one last time. That stretch of highway would always be part of them. But now, it wasn't just a place of pain. It was the beginning of everything. The moment a broken dog found the only thing she needed. A little girl who didn't walk away. A little girl who reached out her hand.